Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Happy Sweet 16 to the Belch'n Turkey. Round 2, back 9 action. Joey, myself, James Snappy Cole, Danny Parkins, and Alden Harris. I am here on the mic with
James Cole. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to the back 9. Starting out on hole 10, 309 feet. The real main objective is clearing this low ceiling, this one limb hanging across the middle of the fairway. Most of these guys are going to be throwing high-speed driver, just looking to get a skip towards the basket.
Yeah, if you miss the low ceiling, land on the top of the hill and skip over towards the basket. That's what you want right there. Mr. Cole first on the tee there.
Throwing a PD2 here. I've been tricking myself thinking that my destroyer won't flip, so I just went full out overstable and
it was over the ceiling. Oh, there's the skip.
Ooh, not as close as I thought it was off the tee, but
it was a little deep there.
Yeah.
Alden, good young player from Georgia. Misses
Getting
the ceiling.
right under the ceiling.
Skips
Park
towards
job.
the basket.
Yeah, that line was amazing.
Yeah, just a great example of what you're looking for. There you go. And Alden playing well. He's up there.
He's not far
challenging.
back.
That H3 did not hook up, but it missed the tree, and I'll have a long look. I thought for sure it was going to start fading. Joey a little low.
It was a good skip. Doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, it's tough to climb that hill if you hit down there. Danny going a little high wide.
Yeah, you can't fix this hole with power. It's just got to be a brilliant line the whole way through.
There's a long jump look. Just stays out to the right, never quite gives itself a chance coming back. Joey, a good look at it. Long outside the circle look here. A little bit of wind. And it hooks up, but not quite enough, and stays out. You see, I'm trying to get it over there. And it just hits off that front right side.
I love doing that. Yeah, this makes me feel human.
No, man.
Double taking every putt that goes in the basket.
Yeah, if you go back and catch part 1 if you haven't. But Danny gets a pretty brutal spit out, and it has given him a little bit of PTSD on the old chain stars here.
All right, so Alden with the only birdie there.
And that pulls him within 1 of you and just 3 of Joey. So he's in it as well. You're just 2 back.
He's definitely got me shaking at this point.
Hole 11. This is by far the longest hole on the course. It is just throw 2 bombs, or if you get long enough on the first shot, you can get a hyzer in there. But for me, it's definitely 2 full power shots. 780 feet. There's OB on the left on the road, and painted and flagged OB on the right.
Yep, this one is so long that it's not really even worth it to try to go like distance contest rip on it. You're not going to get there. You just might as well.
Yeah, nice controlled.
Yeah, about 430 feet. That way you have a similar shot coming into the green.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy to hyzer out too much into the road on the left. So you definitely want to make sure that if you're throwing the hyzer, see that, that looked pretty safe, off the tee, but you're still kind of challenging that road in a sense. So
if it caught a skip, it would have went out.
Yeah, so it's the road sneaks up on you.
Nice flat turnover. Didn't give it the height to leak out right.
Yeah, it was probably my best drive so far. So.
This one scared me out of his hand. I was like, oh no, Joey. And just checked up. Like,
nice.
Hit on the upslope and
yeah.
Thankfully.
I caught that little green patch of grass that was still alive and stuck. Danny just goes a little low. Or a lot of low.
A couple worms going to be mad at him.
Quick shot. On his second shot. That's all you can do. Just eat away at the fairway. Just try and munch on a little bit at a time.
That's a pretty red one. What is that?
That is an X3. And just like hole 10. Just turned it over a little bit and it stayed over.
Oh, and it just barely crawls out, huh?
Just crawled OB. There was several times today where I thought a disc would hook up and it just didn't quite do it.
That is a Shimmer Star Firebird.
Good shot there.
Yeah, let's put it in the range.
Gotta look for birdie.
Almost the entire flight of this disc, I thought it was out of bounds. Like, is it gonna hit the road? Is it gonna hit the road? And it just barely hit the road, just barely popped over.
I was scared too. I was all the way on the other side where my disc went out of bounds, and he's flirting. He's flirting this hole.
He's lucky to stay in, or he'd catch a 5 on this hole.
Alden didn't look particularly thrilled, but it's a good shot.
Yeah.
And that is definitely an X1 with the 2014 stamp there.
Good looking shot.
Oh. And that'll work. Just looking to clean up after his shot. I'm throwing a 300 A2 this time so it doesn't skip too much. Laying it right there by the bucket.
You think the plastic on the A2 really affects the skip that much? Like the Champion ones are pretty skippy, and then the 300s not so much?
Yeah. I definitely feel that way. Joey catching the front cage there.
All that stuff came out. You know, I haven't been allowed to throw it, so I don't have much experience with it. So
I feel like a lot of people generally keep a 300 one for like more flex sidearms and shots that won't skip as much, and then a 400 one for more overstable or skip shots. But they're good discs. There's a lot of people that throw. If you throw a Prodigy, it's pretty likely that you have an A2 in your bag.
Danny gonna tap in this par here. That's a pretty decent save after hitting the ground off the tee.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Joey's gonna clean up his par after flirting with OB twice. So with you taking the birdie, that could have been pretty crazy.
That could have been it there.
Yeah. But Joey remains one stroke ahead. And I mean, we're still early in the back nine, but we've seen the Joey and Snappy battle quite a few times here in Chattanooga.
Yeah, usually comes down to 1 or 2 strokes right there at the end. Moving into hole 13, 374 feet, slightly uphill. Most of these players are going to be throwing. Well, we're split card here. It's gonna be a couple backhands, couple sidearms. Backhand guys are gauging off that little colorful tree, and sidearm guys, I don't know how you do it. There's nothing to gauge off of, just wide open uphill.
Yeah, Alden just throwing that straight baby blue discs.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a Firebird, and I saw Alden go with the high speed, and I was like, yeah, that looked pretty easy. I don't want to have to throw it too hard.
Yeah.
Yep. I definitely liked having him on the card to like give me something to read off of, because you guys are just throwing sidearms the whole time.
There goes Joey popping it up there. I actually left it short last year. Great line from Joey. Just a nice pure hyzer.
Yeah, what is that? That's that new thing he's throwing. He was telling me about.
I don't know what that is.
Joey left Prodigy. Now he's throwing mixed bag, which is awesome for him. He's throwing really well with all this new stuff.
Yeah, for sure. He's done really well. Danny leaking out a little early. I went, like I said, I threw short last year, so I was determined not to do that again.
Not short.
Nope.
Great shot.
Long. I was determined to atone for my only mistake of the round going OB last hole.
Oh.
So Danny gives it a good bid, draws some metal. Ah!
Yeah, that was just weird.
Yeah, I mean, just a little far right. It seemed low enough to stick, but, you know, obviously he was surprised. But I was surprised that he missed. You know, he'd been playing really well up to this point. Yeah. And shout out to Matt in the background there, who just decided to pick my bag up at some point during the round. I always feel bad when people carry my bag, but I was appreciative. So thank you, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, Katie, for showing up and carrying my bag for the whole round.
Yeah, there you go.
Hadn't really seen any of her in the coverage, but she's been there the whole time. Hole 12. I feel like this hole and the previous hole are like the exact same shot. What do you think?
Yeah, the only thing is there's OB on the left side of this one, like where that power pole is. There's like a square of OB. So
Right.
I'm a little bit more hesitant to throw the sidearm. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very similar hole.
Yeah, I'm throwing the same disc, like same line, same everything.
If anything, I do feel like it plays a little bit longer.
Yeah, maybe a touch. Maybe like 15 feet longer.
Joey going with the same shot as you.
Getting that nice low, direct line.
Backhand. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that square of OB scares me away from the sidearm, but I'm headed towards it anyway. A little short. Just another great hyzer from Alden.
Yeah, it
He was just
looked like he barely
crushing those
threw
things.
it, and it just.
Yeah, he was just killing that hyzer line all day. Danny kind of doing the same thing I did. Hyzering off a little early, a little short. So we'll just be left to lay up, move on to the next hole. Danny's a little closer. He's got room to bid on it.
Oh, and he gives it a good one.
Bummer.
An inch higher, that thing would have slid right
Looks
in.
good all the way.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite get it there. Joey, nice little tester putt late in the round.
Boom.
Bangs it. Gets the spin back. There's Katie.
There she is.
Alden. And that's good to see him, you know, come back from the putt kind of rimming out on the last hole and just hitting one to get back on track, you know, not letting it affect him for the rest of the round. You cleaning up your birdie, staying one stroke behind Joey. Danny tapping in his par.
Hole 14. This is one of my favorite holes to throw a roller on around town. It's pretty nice sidearm as well. Now that tree is gone, backhand's not bad play. Just pick your favorite shot and hopefully you score.
I like watching. I've don't trust myself to throw a roller at all on this hole, but I really do enjoy watching them just hit at the bottom of the hill and then climb all the way back up. It's a lot of fun to watch them thrown well. As you do here.
That is a DX Gazelle that I got from Gordon James.
Very nice.
My utility frisbee.
And there you see, I mean, just let it stay in the air until it gets over the hill, hit there in the flat part, and then roll right back up. Joey's showing you the sidearm line.
Yeah.
It's a little short, but gets a good little skip. Bounces forward a little bit. Alden's going with the turnover backhand. That just doesn't turn over.
Yeah, just didn't commit to the turnover. I think that's probably a pretty flippy disc, and he just didn't want to flip it too much.
Yeah. It just goes dead straight. And you'll find the puddles. That came out like a lame duck. But
not so bad though. Yeah, you got through like under that limb. That one limb blocks putts pretty bad.
Danny going with the roller.
Forcing the roll.
Just kind of hit something on the ground. It hit on a tough angle too. It was going to have to do some work.
There's like a manhole cover down there or something.
Yeah.
I've hit it before and it took a nasty chunk out of my disc.
Nice little up from Danny. Doing a little pat and pending around the grill. Not a good day to barbecue. It was not warm. Alden pitching up as well. No sense doing anything other than that. Joey with a great putt.
Yep, that was a good putt. He needed that one. He's a freaking warrior.
He is. he definitely knows how to battle in crunch time. That's for sure. I almost missed it.
Yeah, you're pretty stoked about that one.
Yeah, Will and Chris were up at the top of the hill looking down. So
I think that was the first one that like hit the nubs that actually bounced.
Yeah, no,
in.
yeah, we've seen a lot hit the nubs and bounce back. So. Alden cleaning up his par. So birdies for me, you, and Joey. Pars for Alden and Danny. And it remains a one-stroke battle. And that one kind of hurts Alden. You know, he was hanging around, and now he's, 4 back with just a few holes to go. But,
yep,
hanging in there and playing really well.
This is my second favorite hole to throw a roller on.
This is a beautiful hole. This is just a fun shot to just air one out or roll one out from the top of the hill, and it's a 2-shot hole. Just don't land in that right side OB. Don't go super deep into that gravel, and throw your second shot at the basket. That tree is a really good gauge for where you want to throw your second shot.
So I hit a little limb, and my roller actually turned the wrong way. It's a good thing that it stopped rolling, or it would have went OB. But that left me a little shorter than what I was used to. So I had to kind of come up with something new on my upshot there.
Joey with the sidearm. He catches a limb too, but fights through. So the limbs didn't punish you guys too much.
Yeah, it's pretty friendly.
It looks like that's the same disc that Alden threw on the last one.
Yeah, it's got to be like a M4 or something, like something flippy.
Yeah, Chris threw a beautiful shot.
Yeah, really nice mid-range
right
turnover.
Before we teed off on this hole.
Will also.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys want to see that chase card coverage, check out Howard Disc Golf. He's got it all up, ready to go, and you can hear me see what I got to say about it.
Yeah, and that's a great card. It was fun to watch. I've seen that one as well. There's Danny rounding us out, and those trees were in play a little bit more than I've seen in the past, but they did not catch any. Joey's looking at the long hyzer.
Looking a little confused.
Why am I so short?
Yeah.
And he's just, he was just in a tough spot from the get-go. Hitting that limb left him really short and just has a long shot to go.
How far is that sidewalk away, you think? 50?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a long putt. Alden going short too. And I didn't really realize it as it was happening, but once we got up there, I was kind of surprised how short those guys were.
Had to have been something like a headwind or like some kind of something. Everybody left it short on our upshots here.
Yeah, I'm throwing that trusty H3 V2. It's another disc that I just really like throwing a lot. It's just fun to throw. Threw the line I wanted, but I felt like it was a little short out of my hand, and it was.
Yeah, there's a lot, it's dangerous. You don't want to go long. It sneaks up on you because it's kind of downhill behind the basket a little bit.
I feel like that tree when you're throwing also looks shorter than the basket, but it's really pin high.
It's like 5 feet past the basket.
Yeah.
Left mine a little short as well. It's been a great time to capitalize on Joey.
So we're just going to have a putting contest now. And Joey cannot convert from deep. Here's Alden from a little shorter, a little half bid.
Yeah, that's a good look, but no dice.
Good height. Snappy going through the routine here.
Guess what? Missed it.
A little short left. A little short left.
Yeah, I really want to be able to putt that putt right now. I think I can make it right now, even though it's raining outside.
Nice.
And that was probably the shot I focused the most the whole day. I was just like, I just want to make this shot. The round hadn't been going like I wanted to, and I just really wanted to hit that, and I was happy to. Danny, a little bit left. So just a tough hole, hole 15. I mean, it's long, but you should be able to get there and get your 3.
It's not the hardest par 4 in the world.
Yeah. So I was surprised amongst these cannons that my noodle arm was the only birdie.
We're like 33 or 34 holes in at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're heading into hole 16. It is just surrounded by OB. As you can see, the sidewalk over there to the right, and the gravel / water / everything over that little wall to the left.
And about 25 to 35 feet long.
Yep.
There's the OB as well.
Yeah, so there is a tight landing zone all the way down.
Whatever you can put 300 feet straight in front of you is what you throw on this hole. Probably going to see some sidearms and some backhands.
Yeah, I'm trying to go baby flex sidearm, and I threw flat baby sidearm. No flex at all.
If I threw it as hard as I could with a sidearm, I would still be 30 feet short on this hole. That's the PD2. I'm just going to throw a spike hyzer over these children on the playground. No big deal. They're probably going to put a Mando on this hole pretty soon. That playground's fresh.
Yeah, this is the first year that we've played the turkey with the playground. So that's we'll see what happens. Joey going with the sidearm. He gets it just like mine, just a little bit straight up and down, but he gets far enough to skip off the sidewalk.
He landed on the sidewalk and
landed
inbounds. Like, there was another one that really needed to go my way, but it didn't.
Yeah, great. Yeah, really nice break for Joey for sure.
Yeah.
And another spike hyzer from Alden around the trees over the children. No children were harmed in the making of this video.
Something almost were, though. We had to like.
Oh yeah, they were like playing hide and seek or
them,
something.
It's always better whenever there's an obstruction to not yell at the people that you're.
Yeah, just walk up to them.
We're in a public park.
Yeah.
We're kind of in their way at this part. Like, just go talk to them. Let them know what's going on.
Just be friendly.
Yeah.
Be friendly to make sure that disc golf remains a viable option in your area. Don't want to upset anybody.
Hey, get out of the way. We're throwing here. Don't do that.
Alden, a little turnover.
Oh, man.
That was a good putt. That was a really good putt.
Yeah.
Those are tough. I have such a hard time with anti-putts like that. I always hit the tree that I'm trying to anti around. Annie just leaving him low. He's had just a hard time here in the back nine. Just getting a good feel for it with his putter, it seems.
Spin back.
Great, yeah, Joey gives it a little fist pump. He's never too up or down, but he's pretty excited to make that one.
Spin back.
And that's a great putt too. I mean, going back and forth. He gives you one, you give it right back.
We're going into the tournament decider here. Like, I can't give him another stroke to where if I mess up, it's fine. Like, hole 17 is the tale of tales here. Like,
yeah,
either you make it in bounds or you don't. Like, that's decided the tournament for the last 4 or 5 years in a row. Like,
yeah, and it's a great hole to have here at the end of the round. I mean, it's scenic, it's long, it's tough. You've got OB right and left again.
I remember the first time that I won this tournament, I was tied with Josh Childs from hole 1 at the Sinks until this hole.
Wow.
And I put it in bounds and he didn't. Like, that's how tight it can be, like, at this tournament.
Yeah, and it's always fun to see. We've seen a lot of battles, at this course come down to the wire. I've seen playoffs here. It's just it's a fun tournament to come watch. We always get some good regional players out.
They moved the tee box on this one to the right about 25 feet, which I was not a fan of.
Yeah, it didn't.
It turned it into a smashy sidearm hole, which I don't have.
Well, and all the breaks that we've talked about this year or this round, that was a bad one.
Yeah, it could have filtered through, but
it could have filtered through. It could have hit.
I was trying to play it a little too safe. I didn't want to go straight over the water. I was trying to be safe, and you can't lay up. You got to go for it. Alden throws a much more aggressive line. That's more of what I was looking at doing, was trying to flex around that tree. But
yeah, it was a good shot. Joey, right before Alden, threw a safe sidearm. Keeping it in bounds, doing the right thing. And Danny just goes short.
At least he's going to get that bad boy back.
Yeah. And I'm just straight laying up. I don't. I'm way out of first on this one.
Yeah, the sun finally popping its head out for the day.
Yeah, it took
right
long
when
enough.
We're done.
I feel like it got cloudy like right after that too. I feel like when we were cleaning up, it just got cold and cloudy again. Nice shot from Danny after the OB throw. And I mean, I figure you got to be running it.
Faked him out there with spin putt with the rock. Never had a chance.
Yeah, just a little short. And that's when I wish I had more of a true spin putt. I had just had a low ceiling, and I had to. I mean, it was just tough to get it there. Joe.
Oh.
Joey was trying to put it away. Again, the front nubs. The front nubs were not friendly today.
No.
Great putt from Alden. Great birdie. This is a fun hole to see people birdie.
Yeah, that's probably right up there with one of the toughest holes in the course. It's just so intimidating.
Yeah, I was going to say mentally more than anything, at least. Danny catches his bogey. You do the same. So it'll be a two-stroke affair heading into the last hole. As Alden is 14 down, I'm 3 back of Alden at 11.
At this point, I've already shook Joey's hand and told him good win. And here it is, the last hole, hole 18, par 3, 329 feet. Another one that plays slightly uphill, so it plays a little bit longer. There is a lot of guardian trees going on. It's just a wall.
Yeah, it's tough. You can see it's super leafy, so
Yeah,
the
all
ceiling
those
is super
leaves.
low.
If this was a permanent course, we would be able to maintain it. But this is is a park.
Yeah. Right.
You know, we just set up here and hang out for the day. So
yeah. So
it's changed a little bit over the years.
You just got to get through that big wall of trees into the opening there.
I don't know what I was laughing about so hard.
Alden, misses the
barely misses the
light pole there. He'll have an easy up and down from over there.
Joey throwing that Pro Destroyer Wraith thing again, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Perfectly.
Just a great shot.
Might add.
Oh, didn't get to see this.
What a nice roll.
Oh yeah. Leaving himself a long putt, but I mean he's got a couple strokes to work with. I was happy with the line on that one. I just knew it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to get him under those limbs up there. Every bit of focus I had right there. And
that catches
rejection.
I mean, it was like an arm out there just grabbing it. Danny turns it over, and it just keeps turning. He threw it a long way.
Yeah, the hole's only 329, bud. He's up next time.
Alden on the picnic table.
And he was like, what do I do? I'm like, man, you can stand on top of it and rule verticality.
Yeah. Have yourself a nice little picnic. We're done for the day here. Danny with a nice smooth side on.
He's got really good touch on those short approaches.
Yeah. He'll be looking to tap in his par. I threw and fell down. Got a long.
Yeah, about a 45 footer,
Yeah.
just a little bit low.
And here's Joey.
This is a very important putt. He did not know that it was a very important putt.
Yeah, but he bangs it. I mean, dead center.
If he didn't make that one, he would have tied Chris, and they would have had to play off.
Yep.
So Joey is the first person to ever win this tournament 2 times.
Oh, wow.
There's never been the same person to win more than once.
That's awesome. Shout out to Joey. Great win. Obviously,
Yep.
a local legend along with
I really
Snappy.
wanted it to be me for the first person to win it 2 times, but, you know, I'd keep it local. That'll be fine with me, I guess. I'll win it next year.
There you go. So Snap cleans up, finishes at 16 down, 3 back of Joey. I clean up way back there. But it was a fun day. It was great to play on the lead card with you guys. Shout out to all the volunteers, everyone who helped keep the sinks clean and maintained and cut limbs. Thanks to everybody who came out here and flagged and painted OB.
Kevin Turner,
of
keeping
course,
this tournament alive.
Of course, to Kevin and Danya for running the thing and just keeping it a great event.
Thanks to Katie for carrying my bag.
And happy Sweet 16 to the Belch'n Turkey. And congrats to Joey. Here's your final standings. Make sure to catch the chase card as a couple of these players up here in second and
Chris
third.
and Dylan sneaking up into the final 4 off the chase card. Great showing. Those guys had an awesome battle, so check that out.
Thanks to Colton and Tennessee Disc Golf. We will see you guys next time.
Rock and roll.